Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we got another reaction video for you today. And Lord Jamar, man, he cannot stay out the news, man. This time, he talks about his comments that he made about Kendrick Lamar in the game and who he chose as a better rapper. Before we get to the content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Fair use, fair use.
Between both of y'all, I heard that you made a comment about how the game is a better rapper than Kendrick, and a lot of people got mad. Like, what happened?
Oh my goodness. All right, so we're on my show, right? And people do the super chat or whatever. So somebody sends a super chat and they ask me, who do you think, I think they said, who do you think has done more for LA? Kendrick, the game or Kendrick? And they said, and who do you like better? Now they're asking me this question. The topic had nothing to do with this where we was on there. He just asked me this out of the blue. So off the cuff, I'm thinking, who's done more for LA? I don't know. I'm just going through my Rolodex. I'm thinking, well, Game's been around a little longer, right? I've heard of him maybe trying to intercede and some beefs and stuff like that. But again, I don't know. I'm not from LA like that. So now I'm going by whose music do I like more? For me, it's the Game. So I say the Game. The Game was my answer. Suddenly, people flip it and bounce it that and I said, I'm sorry, I also said, and I asked the question, I said, wasn't Kendrick like a nerd rapper that kind of turned into a gangster or something?
See, you can't say that. You can't say that, man. First of all, I'm gonna tell you something. There are certain fans of certain artists that are just stans, and if you have a different opinion about that particular artist, they will throw vitriol at you like there's no other. Like the same type of fans that are fans of Drake are the same type of fans that are fans of Kendrick. If you say anything besides Kendrick is your favorite rapper, all this stuff, man, you will get hate, honestly. And I'm with Lord Jamar. I'm more of an old school rapper. So I prefer how Game puts his songs together, the beats that Game selects. Those are the things that I prefer. But you know what I'm saying? When you say you prefer something over an artist like Kendrick, then you get vitriol thrown at you. I've had people get mad at me because I said I prefer Game more than Kendrick. Well, I preferred Nas more than Jay, or I preferred Tupac more than Biggie. You know what I'm saying? It's come with the territory, and Lord Jamar starting to figure out, if you make Kendrick fans mad, this is what you get. Let's continue.
Like that? Like just kind of asking the question, because I'm telling you, I'm not as educated on Kendrick as everybody else is. Like, I think he's a good rapper. I think he raps good, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. And I like West Coast rap, but again, y'all could call me an old head, whatever the you want to call me, but I just have a certain taste in my hip hop, right? And again, if I had to pick, for me, I'd rather hear just the type of beats that the Game chooses and his voice tone and the way he raps. Like, I could just tell he studied my era, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, and I like that about him. That's it. But yeah, I did say, and I did ask the question, wasn't he kind of like a nerd rapper that, was kind of gangster? Because the way he raps to me is kind of like nerdy. And I thought he was in a certain like lane or whatever. But then it seems lately, to me, it seems like in the videos, I see more and more like almost, accepting like a gangster lifestyle. Now,
I don't really know about that. You know what I'm saying? I think Kendrick has always been Kendrick. I just think that recently, with all this stuff going on with Drake and all these issues going on with that beef, it seems like he's tapping into that gangster. I'm not saying he's rapping gangster, but a lot more of his videos have incorporated more of the Crips and the Bloods and all that. But at the end of the day, Kendrick is just incorporating more of his West Coast upbringing. He's from Compton. You know what I'm saying? He was never a gangbang. He was never into that stuff. But the question is, who did Lord Jamar prefer? He preferred the game. And I'm gonna say this again. A lot of these people, if you don't prefer the artist that they like, they will go on the internet and do this all day long. Say you said something, flip it, bounce it, and then it's a whole different thing. Let's continue.
Yes, I understand that in LA, not everybody is a gangbanger. That people grow up, you know, amongst gangbangers, but they still are living a regular life. Like, I get it. Like, we do that type of shit in New York too. Like, not everybody is, you know, affiliated with some shit. Some people are just regular dudes, but that don't mean they suckers or whatever the case may be. So I guess me saying that, people now took it as, oh, what are you talking about? You know, you need to shut the fuck up. You're from New York. You're an old head from New York. You shouldn't even be talking about the West Coast. Keep Kendrick's name out your mouth. And I'm just like, yo, like, relax. Like, it's not that serious. Nobody's trying to diss the man. And then I just see the headlines just keep changing as to what I said. And I was just like, wow, this is how, you know, snowballs into some other where it's like a game of telephone. It starts out with one thing and then it ends up a whole another thing. Now people are saying,
yeah, I mean, it always happens. Like, if you say something and you may not even be that serious about what you said, and then what happens is it'll get from on one side, it'll be one thing, but then by the time it get back to you, it's a whole different thing. I mean, I think I said one thing about Kendrick Lamar in a post a while back, and then it got turned around, and people were in my inbox just pissed off and all that. I said, I'm not a big Kendrick fan. I mean, How to Pimp a Butterfly was a masterful album. I love How to Pimp a Butterfly, but besides that, I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan. I don't listen to every Kendrick song, and if you don't listen to every Kendrick song, it doesn't make you not a fan, not a hater. Doesn't make you a hater. It's just that's not your preferred music. And I agree with Lord Jamar. That's not my preferred music. I'm more of an old school artist, so I prefer old school art. But then you got these youngins out here who are big Kendrick fans, and they want you to be on the same boat they are, which makes no sense to me. You should be able to like what you like. Let's continue.
That I'm saying that he's not part of LA culture and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers could really spin a story. And then everybody, you know, felt it was their duty to go and make a live about it and discuss it and chastise me and wave their finger at me for some shit that I didn't even say. And it's like, I just got to the point where it was like, you know what, go ahead, chastise me. You know, I'm not even going to reply to this. I know what I said, and it was nothing of what y'all turned it into. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody has their taste. Everybody has their opinion. And again, you know, I don't know why my opinion seems to upset people and put them in an uproar, but it does. So, you know, I just got to be aware of that and just deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Lord Jamar just has to realize at the end of the day, man, you're not going to make these folks happy. You're not going to make these folks happy. If you don't like a certain artist, they're going to be upset at you regardless. I know people may be upset with this video. I may get a lot of Kendrick haters in this Kendrick fans in this video disliking the video because I'm more of a Game fan than a Kendrick fan. But it is what it is. I mean, Kendrick is a phenomenal artist. Game is a phenomenal artist. Can't two things be the same? Both artists are phenomenal in their right. I mean, Game had a run. Kendrick has a run. Like who you like. But don't chastise somebody because they don't like your artist or your favorite artist. I mean, people chastise me because I'm not the biggest Drake fan. Oh, well, I'm not a big Drake fan. I wasn't the biggest Wayne fan. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I mean, like who you like. But hey, it's your boy Jay. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this whole situation where the Kendrick fans just too much of an uproar because he said, Lord Jamar said he preferred the Game's music over Kendrick Lamar's music. Let me know in the comments. Until next time, folks, I'm out.